Hi and welcome. In this tutorial we're gonna create a basic Christmas calendar where you can display the message you want behind each door. Let's get started. So in the beginning we're gonna create a new React app by using npx create React app and the name of the application, which is called Christmas in this case. When it's done, we're gonna cd into the folder Christmas and run npm start to run the server, and this is how it should look like at this moment. Then we're gonna open up the app.js file and clean it up a bit, remove things that we don't want. And at this point you're gonna see me make a mistake, see if you can spot it. A bit later we're gonna need to fix that, but not at the moment. Then we're gonna create a new folder called JSON, which we're gonna hold the door data that we need for this project. You can find all the JSON data at my GitHub repository. And then we're gonna change the div name to container, and inside that we're gonna create a couple of more divs called content and calendar, which is gonna be used to style this project. And then we're gonna map our doors data that we just imported and give it two parameters, door and I. And then we're gonna return a div with the key I and display the door message that's inside the JSON data. At this point we only have a blank, boring page. Let's open the app.css file and remove everything that's there at this moment. Then we're gonna add the styles that are provided in my GitHub repository, or style it on your own if you prefer that. Then we give the div we just created a class name, and this is done wrong. It should be in quote marks, of course. And here we are correcting the mistake we did in the beginning. We accidentally deleted the app.css file, which we need. Now it should look something like this, because we forgot the quote marks on the class name. And this is how it should look like at this point. As you see, the doors are open, which they shouldn't be, and we need to create functions for this. First we will create a function that's gonna convert the date in the JSON data to just display the day, and we do this by creating a new date from the input date, and then we create a variable called day that changes this to only show the days, not the month or the year of the date we have stored. And we're gonna return the day as well. Now we call this function within the loop and give it the door day as input, and it should look something like this. Then we're gonna create a state hook that is called isOpen set isOpened, which is gonna contain the local storage item, so we can check if a door should be open when the application loads or if it should be remain closed. We're also gonna create another state hook that is called submit to storage and set submit to storage. Then we're gonna create a useEffect hook with a variable called local that's gonna get the local storage item that is named isOpen. Then we're gonna set isOpen to the local storage item if there is one, or else an empty array. We're also gonna set submit to storage as a dependency for the useEffect hook. In that way the useEffect hook will be loaded when the component loads, and also when the submit to storage variable is changing. We will create a function called check if allowed to open that will check if we are allowed to open the door that we're clicking. Inside that function we have two variables called door date and today's date. Then we're gonna compare those two, and if the door's date is greater than or equal to today's date, then we will run the open door function that we have not created yet. Else we will display an alert with the text of your choice, in this case a familiar Christmas song. Then we're gonna create the open door function, where we will update the local storage item and add today's date to the array. We will also set submit to storage, so the use effect hook will be run again and fetch the new data. Then we will change the map function a bit. We're gonna map over it just like we did. But if isOpen includes the doors date, then we're gonna display the message. Else we will display the date and also make a clickable div and see if we are allowed to open it. And here you can see that I made a mistake and forgot to return it. If we click a date that hasn't passed, then we should not be allowed to open it. But as you see, there is a 20 on the second door, and that's for November, so we're allowed to open that one. One last thing that we're gonna create is a reset door button that will remove the local storage item. If you would like another tutorial where we connect this to a Supabase database, then leave a comment below. Thank you for watching.